so this is my video. This is what you want to do if you have two handheld devices, like this one and maybe this one, and they both run Android, which is like where you can get the Google Play Store. And what you want to do is you want to play a game, maybe like a ROM or something, Super Mario World. So we're going to test it with Super Mario World, and we'll show you what to do. You'll be using RetroArch, Moonshine, Sunshine. Moonshine is the client, Sunshine is the hosting, and it's better than Parsec if you've heard of it, Parsec. I could show you what these things look like. This is Parsec. So we're going to get started now. The first thing you want to do is you want to minimize this, this. Go on to desktop, go here, and type RetroArch. This is the best way to run a ROM. I'm not going to show you where to get the ROMs from, but I'll show you that you can get these emulators for free, and it's for either educational purpose or testing, but we're going to use it for playing a game. So the first thing you want to do is go to RetroArch, go to there, installer, download 64-bit, most likely it'd be this one here. It'll tell you here. Once you have RetroArch, I want you to open this up and take a little look of this. And you're going to see a bunch of things. You're going to be working mostly with load content. You're going to want Super Nintendo SNEX 9X for this game, for Super Mario World. Then maybe change your content directory. See, this is start directory. This is where my 3 games are. So we're going to load Super Mario SNES 9X. And while I have this loaded, I'm going to show you how this works right off the bat. So as you can see, I have my handheld device here. I can look on the screen or I could look on the handheld screen because I'm hosting it with Sunshine. This is what it looks like. And I can go into a level. And I was experimenting with the button changes, but it looks like it's working really well. And this is what the whole purpose of this is for. You can hit the F1 key, F1, then you can go to Settings, Input, RetroPad Binds, Port 1 controller, and you'll be able to switch to the second one. Now, this handheld doesn't work, but this handheld works now. I'm using the D-pad to move Mario. It's more fun for this game. So that's basically what you want to do. Is you want to have 2 consoles or more connected so that you can play multiplayer games on first player. Or if you're really interested, you can set port 2 as one of these. So you can play a 2-player game that was designed for 2-player, or you could play for 1-player games, single-player games. Yeah. So I'm going to exit this. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get you running on Sunshine and Moonshine, which are great programs for emulation. So the first thing I'm going to do is quit out of Sunshine. I'm going to have this screen on my Moonshine menu. And the first thing you want to do is you want to scroll over, go to Google Play Store, see Play Store, and you're going to want to go search, I guess it's in the middle now, bottom middle. I'll try to get the screen. Search, and then search. You're going to type in the name of the program, Moonlight. Okay, see Moonlight? So download and install this program, okay? You can also install Moonlight on Windows, and you get it from GitHub, but I mean, it's if you want to sit with a controller on your computer. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I have tons of controllers that I could play with on my computer. I just wanted it for the handhelds. My friend has a cool handheld. He wanted to try this out. So we're going to be using these on Androids. So we're going to be using Moonlight on Android instead of on the PC. So look, see here, I have this device here. I'm going to select Moonlight, install Moonlight on this device, right? Okay. And then we're going to go online and type Sunshine. So, no, not Discord server. Download. Oh, also, if you're having trouble with these, you can always type in streaming after Sunshine or streaming after Moonlight, and it'll help you find more information easier, because that's what these programs are for. So let's see here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this program into the description, this link. This is SourceForge. This goes here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And then what you want to do is you want to scroll down a little bit and find Sunshine Windows AMD 64 installer. See Sunshine Windows AMD 64 installer. .exe. Click it. Download will start shortly. You're going to download it. Okay. Then you're going to run the Sunshine installer. Okay. So basically what you'll have is a program on desktop. Well, it won't be on desktop. It'll actually be, you'll have to type in Sunshine, like here. And then if you right click it, you notice it open, it'll show you this, the start menu Sunshine shortcut. This is one of the only programs I've ever come across that you need to create a shortcut from the shortcut to desktop. So find this, the start menu shortcut right here, right there. See Sunshine, start menu, and make a shortcut for it for desktop. It's the only way you can run the program. You can't go to the installation directory for Sunshine and run the program. You have to do it from the start menu. So let's take a look at Sunshine while we have it. Anyways, so you got this program here, sunshine.exe. It's going to run UPnP and gamepad enabled, Xbox 360. We're going to take a look at what that means in a second. It's very important information. So right now this came up. Okay, I have everything set up already, but when you just do this for the first time, you'll need to set it up differently. So what you're going to notice is there's two red check boxes here. There's two red boxes right in the middle of the screen, right there. Right? This is running the latest version of Sunshine. It's like nice and like green. When you first install it, it should be red. It's almost important that way. So when you have Sunshine open on the browser, it's gonna want you to make a username and password. So I made a username and password already, and it's gonna come up here or something, or you'll have to make a username and password. So write that down somewhere. You 100% need that every time you run Sunshine. Then what you're going to want to do is go over to the green section. For me is green, but for you it'll be red, and click on each of these. Okay, one will say one will say you run this or whatever. The other one will say VM something, VMjig driver for the controller. That you 100% need to download that. It is really important that you get that program. Let's go download history. Yeah, ViGEmBus, this program right here. You're going to want to run this program, right? Go through the setup, and then you're going to install it somewhere. And then when you do it the second time, you want to click Modify, okay? You want to run this program twice, okay? So once you run this program and install the program, I want you to click X, we'll click Finish, right? Then I want you to go back to your downloads directory and click this again. I don't know if this is absolutely needed, but somebody told me on a Reddit page that this is the most important thing to do, is to run it twice, like, or else his programs wouldn't run. These drivers are the drivers that will allow you to transmit inputs across the internet, like when you're running Parsec. If you're familiar with that, Parsec is like a lesser quality program. This has got up to 144 FPS on the send, and the ping's really good. So the inputs are going to send probably headerless, encryptionless, maybe even. See, the HTTP is clicked off, drawn off, striked off. So anyways, then once you have all these things checked off, this will turn green and it'll say you are running the latest version of Sunshine. That's great. Okay, how to use this program is quite simple, really. what you want to do is you want to go online, and you want to type, what's my IP? What's my external IP, even? And then you can click this, and you'll find the external IP. You're going to copy it. Paste. Let me get rid of the spaces. You're going to paste it somewhere. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go install Moonshine now. When you install Moonshine, okay, where is it? Let me click this so I can see it. When you install Moonshine, it's going to ask you to add, with the plus, IP address of host PC, okay? When you have this, what you want to do is, first thing is turn off your VPN if you have one, or pause it. See, mine resumes in some time. Then what you're going to want to do is take the external IP from whoever's hosting RetroArch on their computer with the ROMs that you want other consoles to connect to, like the handhelds, like this one, and you're going to want to put the external IP in, 67, whatever, okay? And when you do that, it might send a request to like accept it, and I think it would be on the bottom right, but if it doesn't, then it'll just show up here. You're going to click this. It's going to have two options, desktop and Steam, right? Two options. I should hold this more like over here. Desktop and Steam. Then what you would do is click Steam. It'll establish the connection. Let's see if there's anything else I didn't get. Oh yeah. Then go to network and check on UPnP like this. Check it on. And as you can see on the bottom right of my screen, this stream started has popped up, but it won't say that. It'll ask you for a PIN. Okay? What you want to do is when you log in to Sunshine, up top up here in this area, see where my mouse is? You will see a password and username. You're going to want to take the username and password you wrote down and put them there. Then when somebody connects, here's like PIN, right? It'll show up here, PIN pairing. You can click PIN pairing, or you can click on the bottom right and it'll say somebody's trying to access your thing with the PIN is needed. And on their screen, on the Moonlight screen, on the Android device, on this device, there'll be a little gray box in the middle, and it'll say the PIN number, okay? All you want to do is you want to go on the host PC where I am right now, on my host PC on Sunshine, and type in the PIN, 4017, or whatever it is, 4017, and you can type any name, Obzino, whatever you want. Okay, and if you're wondering where these pins are saved, it's in Troubleshooting tab. See, these are 4 different devices I use to connect. You could define the name of them differently, but the pin has to be whatever matches, you know, the connector. It's just a safety mechanism, like as if your phone had a pin number. So this is what you do. As soon as you get into Sunshine, it's all lit up. Your program works, right? Like this thing connected. What you want to do is you want to go straight to configuration, okay? And the first thing you want to do is go here, input, and this is emulate the gamepad type, change from automatic to X360, okay? You 100% need to do that in order to get this to work. All the controllers that work for this program will be organized better and will allow more than one controller to be working. If you set this, that's all you have to do. It doesn't even make sense why you have to do this. You just have to do it. Okay, let's see if there's anything else I didn't get. Oh yeah, then go to network and check on UPnP like this. Check it on. Okay, that'll allow other people to connect to you. Okay, so if people cannot connect to your like Sunshine computer hosting service off the client of Moonshine, you need to select UPnP. It's 100% needed. Unless you like to forward ports, there's options down here. You can do all sorts of stuff, but UPnP will allow things to connect. The ping will be connected. Also, remember to keep your VPN off. Okay, so I may have done this out of order, but if you watch this video, you'll know what to do. This UPnP has to be connected in order to accept pins and connect client Moonshine apps to the host. This is really complicated stuff to the host Sunshine server. So right now we got Sunshine running. We got all this information. We know Troubleshooting has all these computers. It shows the ones that are recently connected. It'll save them so that you don't have to ping every time. I'm going to change the pin every time. You don't have to add the pin. And that should be it for connecting to Sunshine. But here's the thing. Once you get all this, you'll be trying to go into RetroArch, and you'll see a whole bunch of weird options for the input, like I showed you before. Settings, input, RetroPad binds, port 1. And instead of having just 1 and 2 available, it'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And there'll be 4 inputs available. And you do not want that. If it shows up, all you got to do now, since you followed all those other steps, right? You want to just go here, click, and restart your PC. It's that simple. And then it'll load this. Wait, let me see. Configuration. It'll load this Xbox 360 game profile input controller for your controllers, for your handhelds. So like the input controller will now be an X360, and that is really good. Also, I don't know if you've changed any of these inputs. Like I know I just installed RetroArch, like recently enough. So in there's a thing called drivers, and it shows you what. See, I have D input and X input. That's all you need. I think they come standard with the default installation of this program. So um, let's I already showed you. You can load Super Mario. You know. You can also see the desktop of this screen. The sound will come through the devices, right? That's what Sunshine does. And if you want to check that, you can click on your speakers and say Steam streaming speakers. So it does something with Steam, maybe. I don't know if you do that. Anytime you turn off Sunshine, you go here, right click on your taskbar, quit. Okay? That's all you got to remember. I wrote some additional information down, and I'm going to put it in the description most likely. Like this guy said, turn off the setting to automatically discover control. Okay, so on Moonshine there are some controller settings, and you can get to them by going out of Moonshine, going into Moonshine, hitting the back button. So I hit B, right, and there's a gear here. So you hit the gear. There's some options, but I didn't have to use them. But I'm just showing you how to get to those options. See that everything I show you should work for your what can I call it? Your game party, like cafe, your cafe party when you're playing with different people. And you could probably put as many controllers as you want, but the ViGEmBus needs to be installed twice, and then all those other features. Alright, so I guess that's all I needed to show you for tonight. Thank you for watching my video, and have a good one, okay? Thank you, bye.
Okay, so lastly, when you assign controller buttons, some people might have a different looking controller button on their device. Mine starts with the B on the bottom, then it has A, then let me hold this closer. So there's B on the bottom, A is over on the side on the right, Y is on the left, and X is on top. Some people might have the A button on the bottom where the B is. So if you want to reverse the B and A, or reverse any of the keys, you're going to need a program that runs not on Joystick on your computer that changes for Sunshine and Moonshine, but what you would want to get is this program here. It's called Key Mapper. Here, I'll hold it right up to you. So go to Google Play and find Key Mapper. Okay? Click on it. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. Each screen, I'll stop it and I'll go into it. So what you would want to do first is you would want to hit the plus icon here. Here, let's see here. That's probably better. So hit the plus icon, right? And then it's going to have a red oval here. Click that, right? Click that red oval and click a button. Now what it's going to do is going to show up. Let's try a different button. Let's try Y. Okay, so you click a button like Y, right? Click the oval, click the Y button on the controller. It says Retroid Pocket controller, right? Then what you would want to do is go to Actions, right? And then you want to add action, right? And then you want to let's see. Okay, input key event, right? Is that it? Right? Input key event, then choose key code. I had to scroll down. So it says key code here, and look for button. Okay, let's find it. A lot of options here. Okay, but I found key code button A, B, C, right? And that represents, like, if this says B, then key code button B would be that B. But I pushed Y, so key code button key Y would be there. But say you wanted to switch Y and B, so you'd want to select key code button B, right? So you're going to click that, right? And the key code 97 comes up there, right? And what you're going to want to do, let's see here, is hit the check button, right? And then you want to hit the gear icon, right? And you want to turn off repeat. You want to turn on hold down. So let me go back. This repeat was on, right? Turn off repeat once you hit the gear on it. I'll go back again. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So, back on this screen, once you select your trigger, once you select your action, click the gear, then scroll down, turn off repeat, and turn on hold on. And it says trigger, hold down until trigger is released, right? You want to select that, scroll down, and hit done. Okay? Then you want to go on the bottom right and select done. Now you'll see the options come up over here, right? The options, the three options. So you can easily hit the top middle button once you accept permissions and such as it asks. Once you do that, you can select this, and it'll literally swap the buttons with whatever you want it to swap to, which is great for this. Okay? And that's all you need to know for that. See, I'll show you again. So it has here the oval, triggers, the plus button, all things that you should use. Then select, let's see again, the gear, actions. So for trigger, it's going to see button Y, actions. Then you want to hit the gear up here. See the gear? You want to turn off repeat. Okay, let's see. You want to turn off repeat, then turn on hold down until trigger, it says already, and then you just you scroll down and you hit done. See done on the bottom right? Okay. So that's set up now, and you can use that so that player one will have the right control buttons for whoever is using that controller. They on their control, like your friend over the internet with his handheld, has to set that up on his Android device. So if it's Google Play, there's that program called Key Mapper, right? I'll even search it and I'll show you it. Why isn't it letting me search it? There we go. Key Mapper. See this program here? Key Mapper on top. That's the one you want to use. And if it asks for permissions or whatever, you have to accept their permissions. If it asks you to change the keyboard, you want to change the keyboard from Gboard to Key Mapper's keyboard. There'll be an option between one or two buttons. Okay? Those are the things you need to know, and that's all I'm going to show you for now. Thank you.